Okay, so I may have gone a little overboard in buying books, like 30 or more books, but I have no regrets. So let me show you everything that I got. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Alexis, and today we have a huge book haul. Listen, after about like 25 books, I stopped counting because, you know, after that point, like, I mean, it's just a number, right? So I'm really excited to dig into these books today. I have some romance, some fantasy, some self-help, business help, all the help, ton of books. I don't remember everything that I got. Some of the things I do remember, but let's dig into it together. I went to half price books, so I'm gonna save this for later, because I know everything in there. I think it's fun when you like don't know what's in the box. I did open this box before because I had some household stuff that I don't know why they packed it in there. I ordered it separately, but anywho. Okay, so this first book, is Set Boundaries, Find Peace, A Guide to Reclaiming Yourself by Nedra Tawwab. I probably just butchered her last name. I apologize. But it's somewhere around here in my office. I have the desk calendar inspirational cards that go with this, and I really loved it. I gifted it to my friends earlier this year because it started at the top of the year, and some of the quotes, I'm like, I really need to read this book. So I don't know when I'm gonna dig into this, because this book, if you don't know what it is, I can read a little bit of the inside cover. It says, healthy boundaries. We all know we should have them in order to achieve work-life balance, cope with toxic people, and enjoy rewarding relationships with partners, friends, family. What do healthy boundaries really mean? And how can we successfully express our needs or say no and be assertive without offending others? So this one's all about boundaries, setting them, how to do that. And I'm really excited to dig into this book. If you've read this book or know anyone who's read this book, let me know what their thoughts are, what your thoughts are in the comments down below. So I'm excited about that one. All right. Oh, our first romance. I have heard so much about this book, but I personally have not read anything by this author. Listen, I know. So we listen, we don't judge. All right. So this is Love in Other Words. I thought this would be the best book to dive in with her because, again, it's popular. A lot of people have read it. How many pages is this? It's a little above like 400. I think it's like around 450. Oh, this seems like the afterword or something like that. Yeah, like a little under 450. It's like 448. So I'm excited to dig into this. I believe, if memory serves me correctly, this one is like dual POV. So I checked it. So I think this one is friends to lovers. I love a good friends to lovers story. However, I don't feel like everyone does friends to lovers like all the way right or realistically, in my opinion. But we'll see. I think this is a good first book to read from her. Like I said, let me know your thoughts. Have you read this book? Is it good? Like, how would you rate it? Is this like a summer read? I don't know. It's a thick one. So we'll see how that one goes. All right. What's next in this book? Kennedy Ryan. Okay. So I also got a part of her other series somewhere in one of these boxes. I have read the second. Is it the second? I think it's the second book in her the series that she just ended. Oh my gosh. What is it called? I got it. I have read the Skyland series. But that's not the book we're talking about. We're talking about this one. Anyways, I have read Kennedy Ryan before, but this is the Hoops series. I think there's 3 books in this. This is the first one. This is thick. This is thicker than I thought it would be. This is another 400 plus page book. Yep, I think we're in the 4. Where is it? Where's it in? Like 460s? It's a long one, but I love a sports romance book. And this one follows, I think, a guy in the NBA. And I don't know who his love interest is. I think it says Iris Dupree meets August West in a sports bar during her last semester of college. It's the conversation of a lifetime and sends sparks flying in every direction. The connection is undeniable, but the timing is all wrong. So this sounds like it's going to be fun. It's thick. Kennedy Ryan is known for talking about deeper topics, deeper themes in her books, and I really think that this is going to be another good one to read. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to try to read this one or try to do the whole Skyland thing and then read them in order. I really like the second book. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. So another romance. Okay. Last one in this box. Oh, I love her. Okay, so this is Church Girl by Sarita Lyons. And I have been following Dr. Sarita Lyons for a minute, a couple of years. She doesn't have a lot of messages on YouTube, but I absolutely love her messages, and they're just super empowering, challenging, and I think that's what this book is going to be. It's specifically, let's see, I think the subtitle is A Gospel Vision to Encourage and Challenge Black Christian Women, and I just love this cover. I got the ebook on pre-order, and I was like, I think this is a book I probably should immersive read versus just like listening to. I usually have a rule that if I get something on audiobook that I have to finish that book and then I can get the physical book. But I just think this is going to be, it's not super long, but I feel like it's going to be one of those meaty books. It's around a little under 200 pages. It's just going to be one of those meaty books that you really need to like take notes, annotate, write things down. So I'm excited to get into this one, but I do think I need to be like in the right headspace to like receive what she's talking about in this book. I have a friend who did a book club on this. I didn't have the time or the capacity to do that at the time, but they really loved it. So I'm excited to dig into that one. All right, let's just do this one next. Oh, goodness. I don't know what's in here. Ooh, okay. All right. So this is a part of the Adrian and Isolde. I'm probably, again, butchering that name. But this is the Scarlett St. Clair series. There's another book to this that I originally got the first book. I listened to it on audio a while ago. And I saw the book at Half Price Books, which we'll dig into that later. Maybe I'll just try to find it because it'll make sense to talk about these books all at the same time. All right, here it is. Okay, so here are the two books. Got this from Half Price Books. Got this one from Amazon. And it is a fantasy series. And I really enjoyed the audio version of King of Battle and Blood. Yeah. Which is the first book in the series. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to get the second book because I feel like there's a third book coming. I think. And so I was like, let me catch up. But I wanted to put some space in between these two books because sometimes if I read a series like back to back, I get tired of the characters or like I'm just like over the second book. So I have not dug into the second book. But I think I'm going to reread this, immersively read it, because there were some really good, even though it's fantasy, there were some really good quotes in here that I was like, yes. So I'm going to annotate, immersively read this, and then I will dig into this later. And I'm looking at the back of this book. I don't know if you want to, I feel like this is a series, because I did, that you should go into blind. I want to give you a description of these books. However, I feel like if I do, it will spoil it because I kind of went into this the first book blind, and I think that it made the book better to me. And I'm reading the back of this, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna leave this blind. Maybe it's more popular than I know, and like you're like, girl, I already know what the book is. Like you're not gonna spoil anything, but I don't know. So let's just say that it is high fantasy. I don't remember like spice level. I mean, there is some spice in here, but I don't know like chili peppers. Like I don't know how spicy it is or anything like that. But I do know, like, I love world building and a good fantasy that it has like a separate type of world. And it does have vampires. It does have witchery, you know. It does have like magic and things. So if that's not your thing, this is not the book for you. But I really enjoyed the first book. I hope I enjoy the second book, and I think there is a third book that will be coming, because I don't think she ends it on the second book. Okay, that was all that was in that package, and then the other one I got from Half Price Books. Okay, let's see. It's so interesting to me how Amazon packs these books, because sometimes they put this stuff in and then sometimes they don't. It's really interesting, like, how they decide to do that, you know? Anyways. Ooh, okay, so we're getting back to more of the Christian books. Let me put this here. Both of these aren't Christian, but one of them is. All right, so this is Holier Than Thou, How God's Holiness Helps Us Trust Him by Jackie Hill Perry. I love this cover. And Jackie Hill Perry is another person that I have been following for years. And I read this book. I don't remember when I read this book, but I listened to it via audio. And again, like I said, if I could finish an audiobook, a gift to myself is the physical book, especially if I like it. If I don't like it, I'm not getting it. But if I like it, and if I think that there are notes that I can take and all of that, then I'm going to get the book. So this one is just really about God's holiness and really just diving deep into God and his holiness and what that means. And it was definitely one of those books that challenges you to dig into your word and to get better and all of that. All right. I feel like I've been doing good because I know what's in this big box. So we're just going to skip this one for now. I mean, no shade to the books in there. No shade to the books in there. But I have been waiting on this big box. And so we're just going to get into it. I already know what's in it. I already know. I'm not going to be able to hold up all of these books at one time. That's just not going to happen. However, we'll hold up a few. This is 15 books. 15 books. A part of the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan. Oh, I don't like this. Number one, I don't like stuff on books. Like, why are you messing up the cover? The whole reason why I got the series is because I wanted all the books to match. No, that's a little vague. But I wanted all the books to match, and I didn't want mismatch like spines or covers. Like, I wanted them all to match. And on every single one of these, it has a little, it's not a sticker, so I can't even take it off. I don't even know if you can see it. Right there. It says soon to be an original series on Prime Video. But baby, the series is already come and gone because apparently they're canceling it, which is a whole nother thing. But why would you do this? I'm gonna have to go re-get this series without this foolishness on it, because I'm not gonna sit for 15 books with that on it. Okay, I'm not. That is so rude. Okay, focus, Alexis. What were we talking about? Okay, I'm so disappointed. And anyways, I really like the size of the book. Just talking about the book before I talk about the series, I really like this size, which I feel like this is bigger than a normal paperback book, like to give like some size comparison, like it's taller, it's wider, even like this one, like it's way bigger than a normal one, which I actually don't mind. Don't mind that. Anyways, so this is it's technically a 14 book series by Robert Jordan. Brandon Sanderson. So I don't know around what book that Robert Jordan passed away before he could finish it, but Brandon Sanderson finished the last of the books and then he wrote a prequel. So that's why there's 15 books in the series, and this is the prequel, book 0. Book 1 is The Wheel of Time. And so, or no, is The Eye of the World. Come on, girl. Is The Eye of the World is the first book in the series. So, I plan on reading, starting with 1, because I've heard that 0 kind of gives a little bit away of the rest of the books. And I really wanted to start with book 1. So how this all came about, this is so chaotic and all over the place. But my interest in this came about is because my husband is really into fantasy, sci-fi, just like non-American books. Like he's into like that. He's not into like what, your traditional lit fic, romance. Like he's not into those things. And so we love watching shows together. And so one of the shows we were like, oh, like, let's see if we'll be interested in, because I knew he'd be interested in it, but he wasn't sure if I would be interested in it. We started a few years ago, the Amazon Prime, the thing that they're advertising on here is the TV show. And I actually really liked it. And so it kind of sparked the interest of like fantasy for me, which is why I'm like reading so much fantasy books. Is it sparked the interest into that like world and that new genre for me. And I think it was like the 3rd season that just came out this year, and me and my husband watched it and we absolutely loved it. It was one of the best seasons. No, it was the best season creatively, I think, for the TV show. And then Amazon canceled it. Like, there are so many other shows that they could cancel, and they canceled that one. Like, I'm not going to go on a rant, but I'm not happy. Not happy. But the 3rd season was so good. It sparked the idea for us that we wanted to read the actual series together, because like after doing some digging, we found out that they had deviated from the books. Like they deviated from the storyline, plot lines, some major deviations. And so we're like, you know what would be cool would be to like read the series together, and compare it against the TV show. Like, is the TV show better, or like did they make some good decisions? And usually the book is always better. Am I a little thrown off or crazy for wanting to read a 14 series book? Maybe. So this is 12 Months to 1 Million, How to Pick a Winning Product, Build a Real Business, and Become a 7-Figure Entrepreneur by Danielle, Moran, founder of capitalism.com. All right. So I have mixed thoughts on this book before I even read it. I saw this from someone that I follow online. They were like, so glad I start digging back into this book. And okay, here's my thing is oftentimes I think male written books on business don't account for, because I don't know, they really just can't. The female or woman perspective and the nuances and glass ceilings that women have to go through in business and life, just period. And so sometimes when I'm reading these books, I'm like, but you know what? I'm going to chew on the meat and then spit out what doesn't apply, Or is it like spit out the bones? What's the saying? I don't know. I am going to read this book, take what applies, and leave what doesn't. That's basically what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. So this is Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. I listened to it on audio, and I was like, why didn't I get the physical copy of that book? So I think this is something that I'm definitely going to reread and annotate. I don't know. This was one of the books that I when I read it was like I was pretty soon after college, I think. Yeah. And I read it and I loved it. So I don't know if I'll still love it, but because I am in a different season of life, but I did want to get it and add it to my bookshelf and potentially reread it eventually. Okay. So this is the book series, the Skyland series by Kennedy Ryan. It's another romance. And this was a series that I could not think of the series name or the book name. So why didn't you come up earlier, book? Like, that would have been great. Wouldn't have looked a little off, but you know, whatever. So first book is This Could Be Us. The second is Before I Let Go. Before I Let Go is the one I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Which one did I read? I don't know, but I read the one with Soledad, and essentially I feel like at this point everyone knows like these books, but in case you haven't, spoiler free, it's basically about Soledad Barnes. She goes through something really, really hard. She's a stay-at-home mom. That was her chosen thing. Something happens that really just rocks her world, and she's having to basically like rediscover herself and rediscover like what she wants to do in life. And there's people along the way, or a certain person along the way, that helps with that. Hopefully that wasn't giving too much away. I love that book. That one was great. And it was my first Kennedy Ryan book. And so again, like I said, I'm going to read the Hoops one. And then Before I Let Go, yes, this is the one that I couldn't get through for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm going to try it again. This one is about Yasmin and Josiah. They were married, got divorced, and I think they got divorced. Yeah, they did. And now they're co-parenting, but Sparks may be coming back. So, you know, there's some things that happen, but I don't know too much about this book because I didn't get too far. So I plan on getting the third book in this series. We're going to hope it matches, and there's nothing on the front. We're going to hope that it matches, nothing on the front. Let's get into the books I got from Half Price Books. Okay, so Curly Girl Summer is something that I saw all over the interwebs. I'm not really on TikTok, but I know that it's like it was popular there because it made its way to Instagram and all the other spaces. And so I don't know much about this book other than the lady in the book, I believe, is like going on like dates or something. I don't know. And then the guy is a bartender, and he sees her going on like these, what are they, speed dates or something like that. He sees her struggling and then helps. And so I think this is like, Friends to Lovers. So this is Twisted Love by Anna Huang. Hopefully I did not butcher that name. This is a part of her Twisted romance series. And again, I don't know much about the storyline, but I've heard from a lot of booktubers that this was good. And I was like, oh, again, saw it at Half Price Books. And I was like, again, one of those things I probably wouldn't have just picked up. But since it was there, I was like, let me take a look at it. Let me read it. It's a romance. And yeah, that's about all I know. All right. Oh, the girlies, don't come for me when I show you this book. I've never read. I have never read her, but I've heard either you like her, you hate her. There's no really in between. It's fluffy, so no judging. All right, Emily Henry, funny story. So I've heard, again, like I said, I've heard mixed things about her in terms of like the writing quality. I know she churns a lot of books out. It's fluffy, it's cute, type of books. It's like not necessarily like deep topics like you would get maybe from a Kennedy Ryan or some of the other authors that I've gone through in this book haul. You know, but I was like, I saw it at Half Price Books. And I was like, oh, I've heard a lot about this. It's someone, I think it was Kalila D on here that recommended this book. If you have not, I can't remember, but she recommended this book and it was great for her. And I was like, you know what? I'll give it a try. Like, you know, I haven't read anything from her. I don't know if it's my cup of tea, but I'm like, you know what? If I am in like a fluffy, I'm going from something maybe deep, like the Church Girl book, or like if I'm rereading Holier Than Thou, like something that's super deep and I need something to pair it with that's like fluffy, just to like get my mind out of like, you know, then I read it. you know. And then, listen, I do not mind DNFing a book. I mean, I know some people are against that, but baby, I have a child and a husband. I don't have time to waste. I will DNF a book. Okay? Yeah, anyways, is 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. So I've heard a lot about Tia Williams, but everything I've heard, I'm like, I don't know, like that might be too deep for me. Like I'm the type of reader, I don't want to cry. I don't want a book to wreck me so much that I cry. I am just anti-crying for books. Like I don't want to cry. And so I heard that a lot of her books are deeper and they pull things out. And I know that I believe this is a romance. Let me just look at the back. Eva Mercy, Lord have mercy. Read, girl, read. Okay. Eva Mercy is a single mom and best-selling erotica writer who is feeling pressed from all sides. Shane Hall is a reclusive award-winning novelist who, to everyone's surprise, shows up in New York when Shane and Eva meet unexpectedly at a Black literacy event. Sparks fly, but no one knows is 15 years earlier, teenage Eva and Shane spent one crazy, torrid week madly in love and have been secretly writing each other in their books ever since. Okay, I know I just said I don't want to cry in books and that her books potentially make you cry. But baby, that first paragraph, I might be reading this. That sounds good. Okay, this one's about 300-ish. Yeah, a little under 330, like 323, at least in this copy. Pages. But this sounds good. That made it sound good. Okay. That might be pushed up in the TBR. That might be pushed up in the TBR. I think that's it. Yeah. That's it. We made it through. I have no clue how many books that was. That was a lot. What do you guys think should be on my TBR, like coming up soon? Have you read any of these books? I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If you love this haul, thumbs up the video, share it with someone you know. Or if you think that someone would be interested in any of these books, feel free to share the video with them. Subscribe for updates. I'm definitely going to be doing some reading vlogs with a lot of these books that I've shown you, especially the Robert Jordan Wheel of Time series, because I really am excited to dig into that. So I'm hoping and praying that I can find his books without the Amazon thing on top, especially because they canceled the doggone series. But why would you run a book like that? Focus, Alexis. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.